Friends, now that you have all of your ingredients that we're going to need to bake this bread, it's time to start mixing it. So in a large bowl, I want you to together mix 2 cups of flour, all right, 2 cups of flour, then a half teaspoon of salt, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And we're gonna mix those dry ingredients together. You can use a spatula or a fork, whatever you prefer. All right, once our dry ingredients are mixed, then we're gonna add 3/4 cup of lukewarm water. If you're in Colorado, you might wanna add a touch more water just because of how dry it is here. And we're gonna use that same fork or spatula, and when the water, and we're gonna mix this water completely into this mixture. All right, now once you get that water mixed in pretty well, the next thing we're gonna do is sprinkle our flat surface, whatever you wanna use for your flat surface, with a little bit of flour. This is so that our dough doesn't stick to the surface. And then we are going to knead this dough. So then you're going to put this lump of dough here, and you might want to sprinkle your hands with some flour. And we're going to just start kneading this dough. Whoops. And we're just going to start kneading this dough. What kneading means, you can push it around, use your knuckles. We're really wanting to get those ingredients mixed up well. This dough is going to be a little bit sticky, and that's okay. Just keep kneading this dough. Now there's something really relaxing for me, almost healing in kneading dough. Feeling the rough and hard pieces of the dough become a smooth, pillowy surface. The kneading of my hands fills my mind with memories of my grandma's hands, my mom's hands, floured and kneading with force, yet care. Now, when your dough is smooth and it feels like all the ingredients are mixed well together, we are going to gently flatten the dough into a small little rectangle like you see here. And then with the palm of your hands, I want you to fold it like an envelope. One side over, the other side over. And then we're gonna flip this over and shape this into a nice long rectangular piece of bread, of dough. Then the next thing I want you to do is grab a knife, and you're just gonna score the top of the knife. We're gonna do three nice scores, 3 or 4, depending on your loaf size. Okay, once that loaf of dough is scored, I need you to then grab a cookie sheet. Any cookie sheet will do. And a piece of parchment paper. And then we are going to put this dough on this parchment paper so that she's ready for the oven. All right, now that your piece of dough is on top of your cookie sheet, I want you to place it in the oven. Now, if your oven isn't quite heated up to 425 yet, pause this video and wait for it to get to 425 and then restart your video. So we're gonna bake this for 15 minutes at 425. And then at the 15-minute mark, we're gonna lower the temperature to 350 degrees and bake for another 10 minutes. I'll give you warnings as we go throughout the service. So I'm gonna put my bread in, you put your bread in, and I'll start our timer. So Gandhi once said, there are people in the world so hungry that God cannot appear to them except in the form of bread. Ask yourself, what are you hungry for? And I don't mean the literal translation of hungry. We've been on a journey of healing over these last 6 weeks of Lent. So really ask yourself as you see your bread in the oven and you listen to our next video of Linda Swanson on the handbells. What are you hungry for? How can God show up for you through this bread we are baking? Linda Swanson comes now to play Were You There?